Do you really need to go viral to be successful running a healthcare technologies company? Or is that belief quietly slowing you down? Today, our guest is 𝗱𝗱𝗱𝗱, a product strategist, founder of 𝗷𝗱ance, and the host of the 𝘬𝗲𝗪𝘀 podcast. With over a decade helping founders turn complex idea into category leader across healthcare and enterprise, 𝗱𝗱 brings a ground truth most people don't want to hear. Chasing virality can actually sabotage your growth. In this episode, we discuss what really builds trust, traction, and capital, and why clarity beats clicks every time. Healthcare entrepreneurs, are you ready to rewrite the rules for your business so you can have more time off, a great team, and more income while creating a positive social impact? Then you are in the right place. Welcome to The Provider's Edge. I'm your host, Sabrina Runbeck. I'm a provider, an international peak performance keynote speaker, and a best-selling author. Let's open the gateway to profitability for you today. My guests and I help healthcare entrepreneurs and startup founders like you break through barriers so you can control your business, control your life, and control your future. This is your defining moment to be a disruptor in healthcare.
Health tech founder, if you're tirelessly scaling your innovative solutions, constantly pitching your vision, and still waiting for that breakthrough moment to truly be seen, this message is specifically for you. The prestigious Health Tech Impact Awards are now officially open for applications. And let's be clear, yes, this is a highly competitive program designed to identify the best and brightest. It's completely free to apply, removing any financial barrier to entry. However, please understand, this is an exclusive opportunity, and not everyone gets in. We're looking for true innovators. This is your unparalleled chance to earn significant national recognition, elevate your brand, and refine your crucial pitch with personalized expert coaching. Gain direct access to top investors, influential health system leaders, and key founders, the very people who can open doors that will fundamentally change everything for your company. You didn't build your company to play small, so stop hoping to be discovered. Apply to be undeniable. Make your mark on the future of healthcare. Applications close sharply on March 1st. Don't miss this critical deadline. Go now to healthtechImpactAwards.com. That's healthtechImpactAwards.com. It's your moment to shine. Make it matter. Apply today and transform your health tech vision into a national success story.
Who do we have here? The fabulous 𝗱𝗱𝗱𝗱𝗱 is a product strategist, the founder of 𝗷𝗱ance, an innovation and media studio helping big ideas reach customers faster through go-to-market research. And he has more than a decade-long podcaster experience, the host of the 𝗬𝗲𝗪𝘀 podcast, and he is a technology writer. 𝗱𝗱 specializes in making things fun while we are creating these content, getting yourself out there, and specializes in commercialization and categorizing how you become a leader in those specific niche. And his work has had conversations spanning leaders with Blockbuster, Lavino, Sony, Meta, all those fun, different places. Then we're so excited to have you here with us. We know each other for years, being in media together, in all those conferences. I'm sure all of you guys are going, JPM, Vibes, HIMSS, Health, all those big places. And sometimes can be a little bit of daunting. It's like there's so much going on from the main event and all the side events. And people get overwhelmed, especially startups. Some of you have a booth, you spend thousands of dollars being there, and some of you just trying to get your feet wet just to see what's going on. And every single day seems like there's a side event with another yet competition. There's a thing that has an award, right? And then you're like, how do I get in there? Or should I even get in there? And how do we actually become a category leader? And that is the exciting thing we are talking about today. Hi, Nathan.
Hey, Sabrina, thank you for having me. So excited to be here.
Yes, we know that Nathan and we partner up, just like actually a lot of other podcasters. We all believe in the right messages, the right people need to be in the forefront of voices and need to be heard. And when we can be heard through media platforms, then people can be discovered, and even AI is able to pick you up. So we do is collectively, we actually host the Health Tech Impact Award every year. So in the beginning of the year, it's the excitement, right? As you're thinking about what the rest of the year looks like, we put those out. And a bunch of us who has Ding Ding Glad Providers Edge is ranked top 100 under entrepreneurship in US and UK and many other countries. Yay. And same thing with Nathan's Globe podcast. So we have all these big podcasters, and we all kind of saying we are all loving the energies of what startup can do and the solution you guys bring in. So why not put the best people in those categories in front, right? And so we can actually recognize you, celebrate you, get you to the right messages. One of the questions I think a lot of the startups have said to me, which is a myth, I believe,
Mhm.
is that especially if they have a product based, right? Not just service based interoperability, whatnot. They have some kind of wearable, early diagnostic wellness. And they will say, Sabrina, if I just get TikTok blowed up, right? Or I have that one video, I got thousands of likes. And now I go, great. How many of that convert into opt-ins? And then
Mhm.
it's like crickets, right? So I know those hyped up false belief of if you just become a social media sensation, you made it, right?
Yeah.
Nathan, what do you think about that?
Oh, uh, as somebody who has built a couple careers by being on social media, I totally see the value for the kinds of network, the kinds of discoverability, and the kinds of like global relationships that you can build in social media. But nine times out of 10, when you talk about social media, especially TikTok or video first media, the the idea that it needs to go viral, I think, is a complete distraction from the reason why you'd be like choosing one of those tactics, one of those marketing tactics, right? And the example that I like to give, like very frequently, is a lot of like B2B softwares. I work in like the B2B and deep tech space a lot of the time in my consultancy, and a lot of B2B softwares, might be focused at like an enterprise level client, or maybe you're focused on like hospital systems above a certain size, right? When you're talking about how many Fortune 500 CEOs you need to meet, right? Or how many like mega hospital systems you need to meet to hit your year end goals, those are typically like in the dozens and hundreds of like contacts and good relationships. And you really don't need millions and millions of people to know about like your AI assistant for health records, or like I'm really into augmented reality smart glasses, but like the global audience for that particular niche is very, it's small. And so you're way better served to focus on your niche, to focus on who are those 10 people that are going to make a difference, especially if you're an early stage startup. Who are those early relationships that will help you build and grow iteratively and help you learn more about the path that you're on, are way more valuable than a million people thinking that your dog is cute.
Yeah, we know by social psychology, we can only manage about 100 relationship at a given time, and then you really only have 25 that you can reach out actively, and you only have that core five, right? Jim Rose
Hmm.
always said the famous quote, you are the best five people you're involved with. So those are the sizes that you can even manage. If you are able to blow that up, great. But those likes of thousands of views, they are transient, they're vanity until you convert them into someone that can have engagement. So that's one way of thinking about from an investor perspective. We are one of the entities will look to help earlier stage startups to create that bridge fund. How can we actually get the next 10, 20 people write you a $25,000, $50,000 check? Great, that you can get going or bridge you to the next fund until we can bring a VC in, right? So at that time, you care about the people with the alignment, with the passion, who are clinicians, maybe become your champion into their clinics, their hospitals, or
Mm-hmm.
other people, maybe they have experience building startups. They maybe even have an investor background or operator background that can actually help you to be more of a hands-on person, not just a title board member. So that
Mm-hmm.
become your true core instead of hyping up online. Now, I did see one or two companies that we had worked with, they are using social media the right way, where they become the talking topics that are what the people care about, right? Something that are not talking enough, something that you want to fight for, something you want to bring out the patient experience and leverage that to then opt into a wait list, to a your doctor don't know about this, let us know so we can reach out to them. Those type of campaign, then that will work, not just to saying hopefully my TikTok here, my Instagram there, maybe I got a lot of view and like that will go somewhere.
Yeah. When you're right, like when you're trying to establish a startup or even like define what a new category is, the most important part is how clear your message is that you're solving a problem for your audience, and how do you stand out? How do you differentiate from the crowd? And what going viral often forces you to do is to literally do the same trends and content that everybody else is doing it. And the one way that you stand out is you put your own spin on it. And just like you said, a way more valuable effort of like defining that personal voice, that vision for your company in the public space, is to really focus on your values and how your approach, right, is differentiated, stands out, adds that extra value for those people that you're trying to reach. And having millions of views and like the glow of some sort of online success isn't going to drive, you know, what matters for those 10 important people half as much as being really clear in your values and your messaging. And Sabrina, this is why I love the kinds of things that you're doing with these pitch competitions, and, right? Like putting startups through a boot camp on their messaging, on their focus, on that core value and differentiator that like helps get people's attention. And right, like one of the challenges in a social media approach is you don't really know who those people are and what their motivations are, what they're trying to do, what they're interested in. So there's a lot of research you got to go do if you're looking for folks that way. When you're in a pitch competition for a healthcare startup, funders round, when you're looking at a specific vertical, at a specific stage with a specific client, that's when the messaging and like the value of the research that you're doing, the value of that feedback just exponentially expounds, because now you're getting feedback from the people that matter, right? Now you're getting, the goals and desires and wants for these kinds of funders. So, and honestly, all of us, myself included, could use a few more tries on their pitch. The polish, the clarity, the focus can always be improved. And by talking with your actual customers and engaging them with your actual content and your pitch in a close environment like a competition, like the value, the relationships, there's so much in that moment that is way more worth your time, I would say, than picking the right viral sound. But
Correct. And we've seen that. We So for anybody, we do a complimentary free pitch to yes workshop every month. And how we structure this is, Nathan, I would love for you to co-host this with me too. We have fun. So when you get in there, yes, we're gonna see who's in the room, and then we'll do a 10 minutes really quick. How are you supposed to set up your pitch? And we all know, and you guys hearing this all know, you should have a first write up is the 2 minute pitch. And then you can write your 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes when you have more time. But as you are going into any networking event, any pitch competition, usually you only have that 2 minutes to grab people's attention. And if you're all over the place, people feel like as a founder, as an executive, you don't really know what you're doing. So you have to be very intentional about that. And then just same thing with social media. Why things are so short? It's because our attention span is not that much, right? And when I used to do TED Talk speaking, I even remember just like what Nathan said, all of us can improve as a public speaker. Even the days before I took stage to talk and deliver that TED Talk, we were refining so many little details just to make it sound a little bit better, right? Maybe this story is not exactly right, or we still want to keep some of it, but maybe we'll just get it punchier or smoother, right? You can
Mm-hmm.
always refine to something. And also, we can also tell you by having the pitch, the direction that you're going to. If you're not really clear on the exact ICP, right, that
Mm-hmm.
niche audience that you want to connect with, then we feel like you're really boiling the ocean when you barely got started, or you barely have consistent revenue. Now you're already thinking about expanding in other channel. That just doesn't make sense, right? You don't have the capability of the cash to go to those areas. So knowing what's noise versus signal become very important. So go to pitch2yes.com so you can submit your less than 200 words of script for us or upload your pitch deck. We'll give you a review of a scoring system and perhaps we'll even do a little quick rewrite on the spot with you. And for all those people who are investors, experts who wanted to help, want to perhaps discover some of these pitches, the new ideas, we also invite you to join us because we have everybody going to breakout room. So you have those fine time. All the technically all the startups get to pitch, right? Pitch each other. If you happen to be fortunate to have an expert or a investor in the room, golden, right? And then we're gonna come back all together. So this is very like intentional, right? I know Nathan is all about fun. I'm all about active engaging, getting something out of it, not your typical workshop. You just sit there and listen and it's pour out of my mind, right? So that also tap into the reason why we will do a award, right? Why do you want to apply to award to get something, right? It's all about that third party validation. So people can really truly be seen because their category already determined. How are you the next coming one, right? So Nathan, I know you talk about a lot on winning awards. And for people who believe you have something that's impactful, we'll encourage you to apply. And it's free. Deadline is March 1st. And that's go
Amazing.
to healthtechimpactaward.com. So Nathan, tell us
Yeah.
how you help people to become winners of those awards and why do you believe it's important for them to apply?
Yeah. So when you are an early startup, when you're trying to get your name out there, how you can be sticky, how you can be memorable in the minds of your customers, of your funders, of your advisors is really one of your biggest challenges, right? And a lot of business, though we need, a lot of times, especially in healthcare, right? Like you prove your credibility through your data, through your pilots, through the impact that you can show. And that's really important. But when you have a new product, when you're early, you may not have shareable data, clinical data, you may not have all of the pieces. And so other signals that you can send that show your credibility, that shows who else believes in you, can really go a long way to to increase your brand lift and to open doors, right? It's very easy, especially in the Bay. If you say, "Hey, I was a part of Y Combinator," like you can open almost any door because Silicon Valley investors know the rigor that accelerator, or they know, in Portland, we have a number of pitch competitions that are like beloved cultural events. And if you say that you've been at one, right, it automatically associates you with beloved leaders, with funders, with other ideas, right? So there's just just a ton of, right, like some of that marketing and relationship value. Although I would argue that almost as much, right, like meeting the right funders and being able to like put your message out there and test it is incredibly valuable. But oftentimes the competition and collaboration between founders who are in a competition like this is the thing that delivers incredible value today and like very long lifetime value. When you go through, we all have those coworkers who we've gone through the trenches, through the ups and downs, and we stay connected with them throughout. That sort of relationship, that kinship, right? Like nobody has empathy for a founder like other founders. And so that ability to both challenge and support each other, that network effect amongst other founders is really outstanding. And so, from the reputation through association, to that ability to open doors, to building, a community of like-minded folks who might have tips and tricks, to get through things that you're going through, are all just outstanding value from these sorts of things. But my biggest advice, right, is really be picky about who are the competitions that like support your values, are looking out for people like you who are building you up, giving you tools to succeed, right? Like not just bringing you in because yeah, you want to be there with the people that you want to be associated with, who have that values, who have that track record of success that you're looking for, and can really contribute to your growth, make it worth your time.
Correct. There's benefits to both the pay to play as well as the free competition. We typically host those free competition because we don't want that to be a barrier entry. However,
Yeah.
you guys also need to understand the value of us who have built massive automation, engagement, leverage our relationship to be like people like Nathan and all of our other Straight Outta IT podcasts, right? Like all these people who host shows tend to be what? We've been in the fields for more than decades, 20 decades, 2 decades, that we are seeing things that need to be changed in a better way. So we're there to not only have a platform to give you guys a voice, but we're also the advisors that you need to know how to engage with us. And now also taking our time for granted. So for example, our Impact Award, step one is simple. Give us your 200 words of what you believe your pitch is for your company and upload your deck, right? Just as simple as the most things. And then step two, we're going to challenge you more because you are most likely the face of the company. We want to challenge you to be able to speak on camera because nowadays, whether it's a physical stage or online stage, you need to how to act. And it's okay to record one sentence at a time, look at and then you just have a video editor chop all those off, right? But I want you guys to submit those 2-minute videos. And that's how you can start practicing getting comfortable of being on stage. And we then going to have a little bit of more detail on exactly what you're doing to deliver the value of impact, right? And that helps all of you guys to think through the messaging part of how do you present your company. Then stage three, we will start narrow down our pool. Those people, because we have 6 categories in digital health, mental health, diagnostic, medical device, women's health, and biotech. And you can select one or multiple because some people are that way, right? You have a simple wearable that has the app platform, but what if it happens to be also a mental health thing, right? Fine, select all three of them, right? But because then each category will see where people can rank the highest. Now, then we will open, once the application closes, which is in March 1st, the next week, all the ones that pass that round of the second round will get the link for the public to vote for you. That's exactly what Nathan is saying. We start getting the public to champion for you, to start seeing, oh, perhaps the investors that you talk to, even ask them to vote for you. All your family, friends, your entire social connection, your email list, see how much you can re-engage with people, especially the conversation that haven't got to the next stage or you forgot to engage, right? There's all the ways that we're helping you to get out there to create deeper relationship. And then we'll also get all of you on a pitch workshop. So the people that are ready to take that stage when they're moving on, you're more prepared. And even you did not get selected to the top 6, you still can enjoy and be able to practice so to help your fundraising or even your sales. They're not that much different, right? The call to action is a little bit different. How you approach people is different, but the core things that you wanted to engage and the value doesn't change. So that's how we do our impact war. And then the final 6 gonna go to healthtech showdown, our game show. And therefore, all of us gonna be on the judging panel, and even the public get to vote, right? And then because we know at the end of the day, it's not just the investors, the advisors who can say you are it. Your product is for the public. So we want everybody else to cheer on and vote for you. And that's our entire process. It's both a way to teach you how to become more of a market domain and take on that category leadership award, but also is what do you have to do yourself to go through a process to be able to prepare yourself for those additional phases. So I know these are a topic that everyone can deal with. What content to create, how often, what pitch competition engage, right? And it can be a lot. And that's why you have people that are supporting you. You have Nathan who play and make things fun and really help you to drill that down. So make sure you reach out to him. He's super active on LinkedIn, amazing podcast, and he's gonna work with also recently got engaged with Vibe to do a lot of these fun promotional things with
See
Vibe.
you at
And then,
Vive. Yeah.
yeah, see everyone at Vibe. And for us is that if you really need to just think about, oh, I've been having conversation with investors and they're saying good things, but it's not writing check yet. Or we're at that growth phase, but Sabrina, I'm kind of hitting that valley of death. I know I can do more. I just don't have the time with the people to even get to that point. Then let's look at what blind spots you have so we can help you to accelerate and truly be sellable, sustainable, and scalable, right? And so we are so excited for everybody who's engaging with us, listening to us, subscribe to Nathan's podcast. If you haven't been subscribing to us, go to our YouTube, our podcast channels. We would love for you to tell us what is something that you guys are always working on. How can we help you to get to market faster, become stronger, and have the true competitive edge that you guys deserve to be seen, heard, and understood so you can sell more to truly create that impact you deserve to be. So Nathan, what's your last word, last recommendation before we wrap up?
I'm stuck on this seen, heard, and understood in the way that's going to support your business. Those are muscles that every founder should be always working on. And I honestly, that you're asking these folks to get comfortable with video is an incredible value. If you look at the direction of where content, where social media, where broadcast media is going, every idea needs to be on video and needs distribution, and understanding that there's a lot of value for showing more than just the technical parts of your business and your vision on video, telling your story, telling your journey. Those things are so incredible for telling your story and actually building those authentic relationships that you're going to need when you want to have that sustainable and scalable business. So hone your message and get comfortable with video, I think are absolutely astounding things to end on.
Amazing. We so appreciate you. And besides LinkedIn, is there anywhere else that you'd like people to discover?
Well, the Tech Glow Up is on all podcast networks and on the Awesome Future YouTube. And you can find me posting 6 days a week on almost any social channel that you're at. The smart sound bites and clips from the CEOs and go-to-market leaders that I talk with. So find me on your favorite social media channel. I'm probably there too often. And see you at
Awesome.
Vive.
Amazing. See you guys at Vive. And wherever you're listening and watching this, tell us, what is your current go-to-market strategy and how can you truly become the next niche leader? Until next time.
Are you an established owner or executive who has a thriving and successful healthcare practice? We want to hear your story live on the show. Become one of our guest speakers so you can inspire other practitioners like us, arrive as an authority in your field, and connect with thousands of like-minded healthcare leaders who need to hear what you have to say. Apply to be a featured guest speaker on an episode on The Provider's Edge by visiting sabrinarunbeck.com/interviews.